welcome to the second part of my top 10 Tarantino films of all time. Here we go.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
So, we done our 10 to 6. So now what we're going into is 5 to 1, obviously, as I mentioned. So straight in at number 5 is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. As I mentioned before this in the last episode, this and Jackie Brown were really close. Maybe it was recency bias, I don't know. I've watched them both back to back and I don't know what it is. Something really cool. Maybe it was because Tarantino kind of went back to his roots of Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, in terms of that kind of cool, slick, laid back vibe and genre to his movies, like other than like the likes of Kill Bill and Inglorious and Django. The ending of Once Upon a Time is my favourite Tarantino ending ever.
Like you. Rick fucking no.
So that really had a big push. Brad Pitt is absolutely fucking flawless in this. Leonardo DiCaprio is awesome too. Obviously, you have like Margot Robbie playing Sharon Tate. There's a controversy about her not speaking enough. Won't get into the controversy as I mentioned in the last video. Still, I really enjoyed this. So cool and slick. It's like there's no actual plot. It's just people plodding along in Hollywood doing fucking nothing, driving, drinking, eating. Like the scene when we first see Cliff's like his trailer at the back of the drive-in cinema, and it's just like, yeah, this is so Tarantino and it's so cool. The scene with Bruce Lee, the scene with Leonardo DiCaprio in his trailer, like the scene at Spawn Ranch with Brad Pitt and Bruce Dern. It's just so cool, it's so slick, it's so Tarantino, and I fucking loved it.
I love you, pumpkin.
I love you, honey bunny.
So yes, that is number 5 on my Letterboxd list. Number 4 goes back to his very first cinema release. It is Reservoir Dogs. This really basically kind of set the stage, set the tempo for all future violent Tarantino films. Kind of people have tried to like copy him, imitate his movies, often imitated and never replicated. The slick dialogue, the violence, the music, the editing, the characters, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Pink, you name it. It's just so cool. It stars Reservoir Dogs. It stars Michael Madsen. It stars Steve Buscemi. Like, it stars Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, Tarantino's in himself, Chris Penn. Like, it's just, yeah, it's just so good. It's obviously a whodunit. It's based in the one location, in a warehouse mostly, about a bank robbery gone wrong. Who set them up? Turns out Tim Roth is an undercover. That great scene of Michael Madsen's character, like Mr. Blonde or Big Vega, basically torturing the copper to the stuck in the middle of you track. It's just everything about it is so cool, so violent, so Tarantino, and it led us into what we've become, what he's become now, what we've become to love for the best part of 30 years now. Next up is Kill Bill. Kill Bill is the first Tarantino film I've ever seen in the cinema. After seeing, obviously, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Reservoir Dogs. I wanted to see these in the cinema. Obviously for other reasons, being too young, I wouldn't have been able to see his other movies in the cinema. So it's the first time I've really been... I've seen lots of like great movies on TV. Goodfellas, The Godfather, Pulp Fiction. I've seen all these. Like this is the first kind of movie I've seen similar. Like, whoa, I want to be involved in filmmaking type thing. I've seen all. I felt like this at home watching movies, but this is like, fuck me. This was like a cartoon. Obviously, it's anime. There's a scene of anime in it. It's like a cartoon come to life on your screen. And I remember seeing it in the cinema, and I was just like, fucking hell, this is amazing. Stars Uma Thurman as the bride.
Mr. Steve, what's your name?
It's just... Lucy Liu is obviously starring in it. Daryl Hannah as well as Ellie Driver. It's just like David Carradine as Bill. Well, he not really in the force, and he's kind of like off screen almost, and you can hear his voice. He's not being shown. It's just so good. All the way up to that final battle scene. The music, the violence, just the editing, everything about this film is absolutely amazing. Next up is Inglorious Bastards. Inglorious Bastards. Wow. Again, it feels like it's another cartoon on screen. And he just does these genre films so well, in my opinion. And I understand some people don't like them, and that's fair enough. Am I a fanboy? Yes. Do I understand why people don't like some of his movies and find them pretentious and nihilistic and whatever way you... Yes, I totally understand it. I'm not one of these people who say, oh, you don't agree with my opinion, so I just basically cancel your opinion. No, I'd rather have a discussion. I love his movies. Some people hate them. Some people think they're okay. I fucking adore them. I'm a fanboy to a degree, but not a fanboy to an extreme toxic degree where I would basically hate your opinion because you didn't like a Tarantino movie. That's definitely not me. I love them. I adore them. He has inspired me in some of my writing. And this is no different. Inglorious Bastards starring Brad Pitt. I mean, Brad Pitt's character is just... And you probably get that it's just, yeah. Just play the clip.
River Derch.
Brad Pitt stars Christoph Waltz as one of my favourite on-screen characters ever, the Jew Hunter, and he's proud of that name. It's just so good, man. It's about a ragtag group of Jewish American soldiers who go to all across France and Germany trying to kill like Nazis. Stars Michael Fassbender. It's just starring fucking everybody who makes little cameo appearances in it. It's violent, it's crude, he rewrites history. It has one of the greatest opening scenes ever. That opening scene in that cottage, yeah.
You're sheltering enemies of the state, are you not?
Oh, it's just, yeah. Oh. So, finally, in my number one, which you probably guessed it already because I haven't spoken about it, on my top 10 list of quintessential Quentin Tarantino's, my favourite list ever, it is Pulp Fiction, where basically Reservoir Dogs kind of put him on the map as like, I'm here, where Tarantino was taken to the stratosphere with Pulp Fiction. Some may find, I've heard people saying that's just a bit cliche to like Pulp Fiction. It's the first film I've ever seen where I remember watching it, it was non-linear, and I'd never seen a film like that at the time, and it just blew me fucking away. Seeing John Travolta being killed halfway through the movie, and then he's in the rest of the movie, and it's just like, can you, like, as a teenager seeing that, it's just like, this is fucking nuts, man. How, like, how, what, huh? Like, can you imagine me as a kid seeing this? Like, just, like, this is crazy and it's so cool, it's slick. Like, yeah. It's like, it's hard, it's like a mosaic, like different characters of different storylines all coming together, and I've never seen a film like that, and it was just so intense, it was so cool. Like Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta are just so fucking awesome. That scene from the car.
And in Paris, you can buy beer in McDonald's. And you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese?
Oh man, they got the metric system. They wouldn't know what the fuck a quarter pounder is.
And what do they call it?
They call it Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
That's right.
What do they call a Big Mac?
Big Mac's a Big Mac, but they call it Le Big Mac.
Le Big Mac.
All the way talking about like the foot massage, and it's to the fucking, like, say what again, to the bullets, to everything. Like, it's one of the greatest scripts ever written. John Travolta's career came back. Samuel L. Jackson was amazing. The wolf scene, Zed's dead, just the Uma Thurman scene, the dancing scene, like, don't beat a square. Like, it's just so good. Like, it's literally, it's in my top 4 or 5 greatest movies ever. So that should tell you how much of a fanboy of this movie I am. Take a breather. So, Pulp Fiction is my number 1, my favourite Quentin Tarantino film ever. And when he goes, I will I can't even talk. I'll miss him a lot. Quite a lot. I'm dying to see his last movie. I wonder what he'd do. I don't know what I want him to do. Sci-fi? Horror? I don't know. Go back to something like Pulp Fiction? I don't know what I want him to do. But yeah. Please like, subscribe. Let's debate. If you don't like my list, if you don't like Tarantino, just let's talk. Let's talk movies, man. So please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next episode. And as I say, tell your family to watch. Tell your dog, your cat, psychiatrist, your girlfriend, your ex-girlfriend. Fucking find Quentin Tarantino and tell him to watch. Please watch. And I'm out.